Hey, what's up you guys? I hope you're well and safe. I am making this video to briefly break down why it is so important that Puerto Ricans and anyone of color or who has been ethnically oppressed in the past should stand alongside with the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm going to focus the narrative of this video in the Puerto Rican experience in America because, as some of you might know, I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, even though I am now based in Los Angeles, California. I want to make this video short, so I will get right to the point. Why should Puerto Ricans, whether from the mainland or the island, get involved with the Black Lives Matter movement? Here are the reasons. We Puerto Ricans, culturally, and as part of our identity awareness, are in a very unique position. We're Africans, we are native Taínos, Arahuacos, Caribes, Jewish Italians, French, Europeans, Spanish, Arab, Muslims, and way more. Yes, there is racism in Puerto Rico, there is institutional racism, and Mayra Santos Febres explains it very well. However, Puerto Rico and the Caribbean has always been a very multicultural and diverse place due to its geographical position. We Puerto Ricans are a huge community in America, and we should become a strong ally to the Black Lives Matter movement because their fight for racial justice and ethnic equality has also been our fight for decades. It has also been the fight of the Jewish and Armenian communities for many years. Puerto Rican leaders of the past, like Pedro Albizu Campos, have also been silenced, just like Martin Luther King. That's why it is imperative that Puerto Ricans become part of this conversation, because Puerto Rican activism of the future will owe the Black Lives Matter movement for Puerto Rican visibility in the American narrative. And on behalf of Puerto Rico, I want to thank you, Black Lives Matter movement. But why is there a lack of Puerto Rican visibility in the American narrative? Well, because that narrative is told by history books that don't include Puerto Rico in its social and political memory. That narrative is also told by the media, who it wasn't until 2017 when really started paying attention to Puerto Rico after a natural disaster. And that narrative is also told by, last but not the least, the arts and Hollywood. And guess what? The African American community has been also fighting in Hollywood to tell their stories. Studios are very hesitant when it comes to investing in stories about the Puerto Rican experience or other people of color or the African American experience. It is very rare for TV shows and feature films to write a Puerto Rican character portrayed by a Puerto Rican talent, maybe even normalizing the Puerto Rican accent. These are very much so the same challenges the African American storytellers have been facing for years and still do. I am grateful I have been blessed to work in Hollywood with artists, talent, directors, producers, and studio executives also fighting this fight of empowering all voices. But let me tell you, it is not enough. We all, from all walks of life, have to come to terms on this. Today is George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, but who will be tomorrow? It is truly our time to support each other and let go of all the illusions dividing us. And we can actually do so by standing next to our brothers and sisters of the Black Lives Matter movement, defeating racial and ethnic oppression in America. The visibility of people of color in the American narrative needs to be elevated to an equally valuable voice and respected life. Black Lives Matter, and period. Thank you for watching, and remember that through justice, we can all reach the highest levels of peace. So in the name of peace, and as we go back to the new normal, let's all do the right thing.